Hey, hey, hey! So excited to have you here for my May Marketing Bootcamp. We are just plugging away. This is day 4, and I hope that you have been enjoying it as much as I have. So if you haven't connected with me yet, my name is Amy Yamada, and I'm here to help you to deeply connect with yourself, your vision, and your ideal clients so that you can create the impact and the income that you've always wanted. So I just wanted to start off by saying, it's been so great to get the feedback that I've been receiving so far in this marketing bootcamp and hearing what you've been doing in order to really dial in your vision, your monthly big picture planning. Some of you have been sharing with me what you've created as far as your plan for either the next 12 months or between now and the end of the year. And it's been so cool to hear some of your aha moments that you've already had to gain clarity on how you can really rock things out, have that laser-like focus, think about what declarations you can make on a weekly and daily basis, and just stay super committed. Sometimes I think about this. I did a ton of leadership training last year as a participant, and one of the things that really stuck with me is constantly and consistently ask myself one question: committed or not committed? Committed or not committed? So it's been great to just really stay committed, really stay strong, and just be in that spirit of things. So if you're joining me today, then I know that you are here for an exciting stretch challenge, and I am so thrilled to have you take this challenge on. So before we jump in, some of you may have been seeing my recent posts. For those of you watching live, I know some of you watching the replay. And while I love what I do on a daily basis, coaching entrepreneurs and helping you with your marketing messaging and deeply connecting with your audience, really building in that relationship marketing, twice a year, I live a totally different life. Nothing too crazy, but twice a year, I am honored to say that I MC Metropolitan Fashion Week's main event, whether it's in Seattle or in Los Angeles, and it has been such an amazing experience. So actually tomorrow, I'm going to be one of the co-hosts. I'm going to be the main MC for Metropolitan Fashion Week's closing gala and runway show that is happening in Seattle at the Seattle Arts Museum. And so I was thinking back to when I first connected with Eduardo Kawam, this man that is just an incredible human being, beautiful soul, now a dear friend. And what happened was, there's two parts of the story. One was that I was still working for the magazine I used to work for, called 425 Magazine. And I remember that at some point I really wanted to start speaking on more stages, like emceeing and really having that stage experience and building up my speaking, resume, if you will. And I just decided, I just decided to myself, I'm just going to start doing it, because I had a block in my head thinking that with all these big events that happen in Seattle, like fundraiser galas and all these types of things, that I always thought that in order to MC, you had to be like a local celebrity, whether you're on TV or a publisher or something along those lines, radio host. And I thought, why not me? Why not me? I'm a great speaker. I feel very confident on stage. I love connecting with an audience. And so I just decided, that I get to do this. And I started telling people that I am, so write this down, I am now offering speaking services. So if you or someone you know is hosting an event or knows about an event coming up where they're looking for a speaker or an MC, I would love to be considered. I'd love to connect with them and see how I can help them. So what was great about that was one of my clients at the time, like within a week, forwarded me an email that said, hey, you said you wanted to do more speaking, and I just got this email I thought I'd forward along to you. And it was a casting call to MC a big fashion show that was happening in downtown Seattle. And I thought, wow, this will be fun. So I went to that, and long story short, I ended up being selected as one of the co-hosts for this huge event called the Imagine Fashion Show, and I was introduced to Eduardo Kawam, and he was producing that event, and then we worked at another event together, and then he said, Amy, let's grab coffee. So here we were in Bellevue, Washington at Starbucks, and we're sitting across from each other, and he said, I just wanted to meet, he's like, it's been great working with you at these events, and I think we work really well together, and he said, I am creating this new brand and this new experience, and it's called Metropolitan Fashion Week. And he described how it's going to be different than other fashion runway shows. It's going to be at in different cities, and really instead of having like a standard ballroom, like a hotel ballroom with a runway, he's like, we're going to pick the city's most beautiful landmarks and venues that really will set the tone for each event. So he described it so beautifully. He's like, we're gonna have costume designers and performances and music and art. And he described it so beautifully. It was as if it had already happened. I was like, wow, this sounds amazing, right? And then he smiled and he said, the only problem is I have no money. I was like, what? You just described something that sounded so elaborate. And what? And he said, that's where you come in. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I need your help. I need your help. I know I can do this. And with the right team, I know we can pull this off. And you work in the media. You're connected with so many people. If you can help me secure some sponsors so that we can get this thing going, then I know I can help have this take off. I'll pay you a commission from each sponsor that you secure. And mind you, I was in the space of transitioning from working at the publishing, company this magazine I worked for to launching my own business. So I had a time scarcity thing. I was like, and I said to him, Eduardo, I don't think I have enough time for this. I'm actually transitioning to doing my own thing. And he's like, Amy, I know you can do this. He goes, I bet you can make a few phone calls and have sponsors ready to go. And I'm like, well, thank you for the vote of confidence. Long story short, he enrolled me. His vision was so strong and his passion went so deep that he enrolled me in helping him to secure sponsors and even collaborate with venues to make it happen. And so we did. We pulled it off and had a great time. And I said, okay, just one thing, I get to MC. And he's like, that's great. So fast forward to today, Metropolitan Fashion Week over the years, it started in 2012, has become this massive experience that predominantly is in Seattle, and the bigger show is now in Los Angeles and Hollywood, that region. And Eduardo's on TV all the time in Telemundo. He's on Spanish and English speaking TV stations with a fashion segment. Let's see, in 2016, Cirque du Soleil reached out to us and said, hey, we would love to be a part of your show. And it was the first time in history that every single Cirque du Soleil performance that was happening, I believe in Vegas at the time, had all their costumes featured. And they walked our runway. I mean, it just grew to this amazing thing. So what I love about this whole story, oh, and by the way, that year it was at Warner Brothers Studios, and we did multiple shows at Warner Brothers Studios. And it was, so do you see what I'm saying about just the power of a vision and committed to the vision, committed to the dream, and being an enrolling person to the point where Cirque du Soleil is reaching out to you saying, we want to be a part of what you're doing. So as I was thinking about this, since I'm about to MC Metropolitan Fashion Week Seattle, the closing gala tomorrow night, wearing a couture gown, getting all glammed up, having so much fun and a reunion with all these people that are flying in. I think about that coffee meeting. I think about it often because Eduardo was so committed to his vision. I also think about how I decided that I was going to speak more often and just started telling people I am now doing this. So if you know someone who needs this or wants this, I would love to be considered. And look at what happened. So think about this week, this past week, as we've kicked off our May Marketing Bootcamp. We're just getting started. It's been all around your vision, your bigger dream. And what is that big dream? What is that big vision? What is that movement and message that you're standing for? And how committed are you? Committed or not committed? And when you are so committed to it and you can describe what it is you're creating, which next week we're going to get into the create part of my Create, Connect, Offer system, just imagine having that way of being where even if you don't have it all figured out, even if you don't have all the money, like in Eduardo's case, he had $200 to his name. But his vision was so powerful and he knew he could do it. He just needed some support. So here's the stretch challenge for today. So today's all about, we're doing a stretch challenge, super excited about this, and I'll be curious to see who decides to do this, which one of you decides to do this, hopefully all of you, which is to really put yourself out there, okay? So there's one of two things that you could do. What I'm asking you to do is to do a Facebook Live, and you can either do it on your own, hopefully you have a business page or a public profile page. Technically in the Facebook world, it's called a Facebook page, and then there's your personal profile. But let's just keep it simple with your personal page and your Facebook business page. So on your business page, you could even do this on your personal page, but if you do it on your personal page, don't make an offer. Don't make it business related because Facebook could shut you down for that. So I'm inviting you and encouraging you to do the stretch challenge where you think about what your vision is. Think about your vision. Think about what you're creating. And I would love for you to, before you jump on a Facebook Live, bullet point out several different things. So the first thing is to bullet point out a story. So think about a story that is relevant to what your vision is. Okay, so a story that's relevant. So think about the stories in your life. You know, I mean, if you notice, I'm always telling stories. I'm always sharing stories because stories connect. And so even my story this morning about Eduardo, and even my I am statement, Eduardo's vision, and there's several different really key components to that story. So think about a story that really is relevant to your vision, and then bullet point out, okay, what are the main points of that story that you want to share? And then what is it that you're committed to creating with your vision? And then just allowing yourself to put yourself out there on Facebook Live, either your personal page, but if you do personal, don't make it pitchy or businessy, really just be yourself. Or you could do it on your business page. You know, that's where you can have a little more freedom around, you know, talking about your business if you want to talk about that. The other sacred space that you can do this is in our Dream Life Entrepreneurs Facebook page. This is my free Facebook community. If you're not a part of it, please go to Dream Life Entrepreneurs and put a request to join, and we'll accept you into that. And you can always do the Facebook Live in there. My point is, this is your stretch challenge, and especially for those of you who've like, I want to do these whole, you know, this Facebook Live thing, but I'm scared to put myself out there. What if I fumble over my words? What if this, what if that? And this is your chance to really utilize a wonderful platform and take a stand for what you believe in. And know that even if you do stumble over your words, or even if it doesn't come out right, that's okay. You know, nobody's expecting perfection, and people can appreciate when you're vulnerable enough to put yourself out there and share what it is that you're up to in the world. So bring it back. Think of a story that's relevant to what your vision is, and then share that story, and then drive the point home by sharing with people, this is my vision. Here's what I'm creating. Here's what I'm passionate about. And have some fun with it. Here's the movement I'm creating, or here's who I want to make a difference for. Here's whom I want to make a difference for. Okay. So I'm going to give a little shout outs here. Let's see here. So good morning. Hey, Naomi. Hey, Justine. Hey, Kelly. Yes, power of enrollment, Kelly. That's right. Hey, Diane. Hi, Jennifer. Ashley. Awesome. So here's what's great about this is that you might say, okay, well, what does this have to do with business? Or what does this have to do with me attracting more clients? Well, when you put yourself out there, it's not just about, like, a lot of you are coaches and service-based entrepreneurs, right? So it's not just about content in like a step-by-step or teaching them something or, you know, that kind of thing. It's about connection. It's about who are you taking a stand for? Or I'm trying to think of who said this. Like who do you want to become a hero to? Or I always end up with these prepositions at the end of the sentence. To whom do you want to become a hero? So think about, who are you standing for? Who are you standing for, and what is the movement you want to create? And what can happen as you do these types of Facebook Lives is that the people who resonate with you are going to come to the surface. Like, they'll rise to the surface, just like each of you have, and they'll comment on your Facebook Lives, and they'll appreciate what you're taking a stand for. They'll appreciate that you're putting yourself out there, right? And then you can notice who's commenting, who's reaching out, and then you can start conversations with them, whether they're people you're close to or not. You can just start conversations with them. And oftentimes when I look back now, I can look back at my Facebook Lives and I'm like, oh my gosh, the people who consistently comment and show up are now my clients, or they came to my Powerhouse retreat, or they're coming to Powerhouse California, you know? So it's like, it is creating engagement. It's creating that deep connection that I'm talking about. So I would love for you to think about, what is it that you're taking a stand for? I want to make sure that you're getting this. Or what is your big vision? So just even in one sentence, if you could go ahead and comment below, what is your big vision? So that we can get the juices flowing. You know, this week's been all about your vision. And then you can also ask any questions that you have about storytelling or how to put yourself out there. Now, if you want to take it a step further, then once you do this Facebook Live and you notice who comments on it, start conversations with them. You know, start like private message them and just say, hey, thank you so much for being on my Facebook Live. What was your aha moment? Or what was your biggest takeaway? Or I would love to share, I would love for you to share with me what brought you to my Facebook Live, or something along those lines. So you're just starting to really engage with them. Like, we're going to get into connection later too. Create, connect, offer. So let's see here. Okay, Kelly says, I'm taking a stand for women claiming their financial power. Awesome. So Kelly, can you think about a story? So even if you just briefly think about like, yeah, there's a story that I, think about in my journey when whatever, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like when I was going through financial struggle or when the first time I realized the opportunity in your financial power, like what's the story behind it? Okay, let's see here. There's a question. I saw a question. How long should this be? Shannon, I'm the worst person to ask this because I always go longer than what was recommended. Ideally, okay, so for something like this, even like a 10-minute would be great. If you want to go longer, 20 minutes is a really sweet spot of a time. I'm just authentic to myself. I can go easily 30 minutes when I do my Facebook Lives. So you get to decide. Done is better than perfect. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you're a chatty person like me, go 20 minutes. Most people say, don't go more than 20 minutes. Leave them wanting more, they say. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to be myself. Okay, let's see here. Jess Jacobson. My big vision is helping people get their message out there on social media. I end up helping people with mindset around it too. Awesome. Yeah, and that's really important. So if you are coaching people and helping people, just know that the best coaches also include a mindset component to it. Because remember this, anyone can teach strategy. We may teach it in different ways, but anyone can teach strategy. Anyone can teach step by step. Anyone can Google it for free. So why do they not do it? It's because they don't have the accountability piece. They don't have the guidance and the support. So that's where coaching comes in. And then they don't have the mindset. So when you can use mindset as a part of it, then that is going to help shift people, open them up to possibility. So Jess, that's great. And for anyone who does not know Jess Jacobson, I always like to highlight people. She is the best at Instagram, like really leveraging your business through Instagram and getting your, when you see an Instagram profile or Instagram account that just looks so beautiful and the branding, you can tell the branding is so professionally done and you get a sense of who they are as an entrepreneur, what they stand for. Jess is your girl. So if you're needing help with Instagram, I suggest you friend request her. Hopefully she'll accept and just check her out because she's got some cool things coming up. So she's amazing. She's a powerhouse. Love her. Okay. Justine, totally going to do this today. I love it. Oh, and because I want to get to know all of you better. So my ask is that you tag me in it because over the weekend, I'm going to be on my phone here and there, even when I'm at Metropolitan Fashion Week, and I want to see your videos. I want to learn more about you and what you stand for. I want to know about your vision. So please tag me in it. If we're not personal friends yet, just go ahead and friend request me. I'm inching up to that limit. Like I actually looked recently. I have easily like 900 plus friend requests. Like I have a lot of friend requests and I've been really selective because sometimes I get random people where I'm like, I don't even know, So I'm very selective and I love having powerhouse entrepreneurs as my friends and my community. So I still have a little bit of space before that 5,000 limit. They still put that limit on you, right? I think they do. So go ahead and friend request me so we're connected. But yeah, tag me in it because I want to check out your videos. Okay. Yes. Okay, Jennifer. I produce fashion shows for philanthropy, so not sure exactly what to talk about. Okay, so Jennifer, think about your story. Like, what was it that inspired you to do fashion shows for philanthropy? I mean, that's amazing. So think about your own life, your own journey. What is your why behind doing these fashion shows? And just think about, you can also, for those who want to take a step further, who is your ideal client and what's something that will be inspiring about your story to them? So Jennifer, if your ideal client is, someone who wants to partner up with you for a fashion show, then you can think about that. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. There's probably like a car passing by or something in my house. Anyway, so think about what is your why behind doing this and share a story. Like let people in so they get a sense of who you are. One of the biggest things that I know has attributed to my success is that I'm myself. Like how I am now is how I am with my friends, is how I am on stage. It's same. So when I connect with people, one of the things they say is that they're just like, gosh, I just feel like I know you, or I feel like you really get me, or I feel like we have all this stuff in common. And whether or not I've actually met them, I know that I'm putting myself out there in an authentic way, in a vulnerable way, and sharing my stories so that people get a sense of who I am and what I stand for, what I'm about, what I love, and they feel that connection with me. So Jennifer, think about what is your why? Like what got you to do these fashion shows and share that story. Let people in. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Shannon Johnson. I stand for college students that are transitioning from campus life to the real world. Uh-oh, my air quotes came out again. Yesterday, if somebody counts how many air quotes I did yesterday, please don't tell me. I talk with my hands. Okay, real world. Our future leaders, preparing them to embark on their bright futures. Believe, prepare, succeed. That is so great. So Shannon, you can think about like what's your why behind it? What's a story that you can share around this topic, and why do you take a stand for them? Like what is your why behind this? Why are you so passionate about it? When people can feel your passion around something, I mean, already they will be enrolled in you, not just what you're doing, but they're enrolled in you. So when they're enrolled in you, then once you start really putting yourself out there and making offers, which we will get to that in this May Marketing Bootcamp, Create Connect offer, they will already be so warmed up. And they'll be like, okay, I love it when there's people, okay, think about the people in your life. There's people you're so highly enrolled in that if they make a recommendation for anything, you're like, I'm in. I don't even know what this is, but I just trust you and I believe in you and I know that you want the best for me. So whatever it is you have going on, I'm in. You know what I mean? Like when you can become that enrolling, it's powerful. It's really powerful. Okay. Diamond, what a beautiful name. My big vision, to shift shopping from big business to small business in the local communities. Diamond, I feel like did we talk before? I'm remembering. Okay. So yeah, so you can share a story around that. Awesome. Hey, Chrissy. Yes, Shannon, reach out to Jess for sure. Yeah. Instagram. I know she's amazing. Hi, Claudia. Okay, let's see. Jennifer. Okay, I'm going to do this on Monday. Today's my Friday Live Thrive video about my health journey. Awesome. Yeah. Chandra. Okay, awesome. So, okay, great. So I feel like you're getting it and you get to do this. Also, like I said, if you're feeling like just this is where you get to check in with yourself. Like I hear that some of you are so committed, you're going to do it, you're going to take on the stretch challenge. And if you're not, if you're inside, you've already like put up a wall, like Facebook Live, no way. Just notice what's coming up for you and know that this is your stretch. This is your stretch and you get to go there. And for those of you who've been doing Facebook Lives, your stretch can be perhaps being a little bit more vulnerable if you aren't already vulnerable. And if you've already like put up this wall, then here's my invitation to you. Remember that I said that the other space that you could do this in, it's a more intimate setting, is in the Dream Life Entrepreneurs page. And you can even start, sometimes to diminish or bring down the fear or the nerves, is that you could start the Facebook Live and just say, hey, I'm doing the May Marketing Bootcamp. My name is such and such, and I'm really nervous. I've never done one of these before, and so here goes nothing. Just to like call it out, like call out the nerves. And that's sometimes what I do when I have the little voice coming up. I would say it's right here, like the little voice, the little inner critic that comes up. Sometimes the way that I'll crush it is I'll call it out. I'll say, there's this voice within me right now that's saying that I can't do this. I'm just going to go for it anyway. And people appreciate that because they're like, oh my gosh, that's me. I have that little inner critic. Yes, they're all like a little family of inner critics that they decide to just like collaborate and tell us that we're not good enough. And we get to say, that's BS. I'm worthy. I can do this and I'm going to rock it out. So bye-bye. Okay. And if you have any questions, okay, Diane. Hey, Diane. My big vision is empowering women who've been taking care of everyone else for years to put their dreams in front of them and achieve them through self-care, gratitude, and intentional action. Diane, I love this. So you get to think of a story, perhaps your own story, and share that. And as you practice storytelling, like some of the things that I really am super passionate about is the power of storytelling, is to, as you're practicing storytelling, if you haven't already been doing this, think about the points in the story that are relevant. And this can be challenging for some of you who are chatty like me, where like, I want to give you every single detail and every single thing, and people are like, oh my gosh, you lost me, right? So think about what are the points that are relevant and only focus on those points. Remember, like, how can you drive the point home? How can you really share the vision? And that way people can really receive it. Awesome. Yes. Okay, so on that note, unless anyone has any questions, I'm better on time today. It's great. If you have any questions, go ahead and post it right now. I'm happy to answer a couple of questions before I wrap up. By the way, you notice today that I have water instead of coffee because I'm improving my water intake. So cheers to water. Great. I'm so grateful for water. I know there's people in the world who don't have it. So if you are someone like me who's struggling with water intake, let's just be mindful of that and drink more water. Okay, so if you have any questions, if there's a problem that I can help you solve in your business today, what is it? Jennifer, I want to go with you next year to the Metropolitan Fashion Show. Yes, Jennifer. So first of all, where do you live? Second of all, we're actually doing our next big event in Los Angeles on October 7th. It's a Sunday, and it's going to be at the Los Angeles City Hall. It's a beautiful building. And these events tend to sell out. So I'm not sure if the tickets are, I think there's like a membership or something that's coming up that where you can like basically buy into tickets for several shows. I don't know the details clearly, but, oh, awesome. So yeah, so you said Laguna Beach. So yes, you should definitely look at your calendar for October 7th and see if you can come. It's gonna be super fun. Our LA shows are amazing. Okay. Yes, Naomi, need more clarity on my vision, but you have heard this before from me. Yeah, so Naomi, when I was unclear with my vision, what I did was I made a list of all the things I was passionate about, like just make a list, no matter how short or long that list is. And then I looked for the golden thread. Like what's the golden thread amongst all these things? And that helped me to get clearer and clearer and clearer on what my vision was, you know? So it's within you. It's just about doing the work to get there and trusting the process. Yeah, awesome. Shannon says, Jess, we're neighbors. Awesome. Honey Sophia. See, this is how connection happens. I freaking love it. Lee says, how to prioritize. I'm trying to figure out website, active campaign, trying to do everything at once. Yeah, so Lee, do you have a specific question that I can support you with? Hey, Jamie. Okay, if you have a specific question, I'm happy to help you. Also, what else was I going to say? Another person I want to highlight, I love highlighting people. Kelly Gushu, who's been totally on point with the May Marketing Bootcamp. She's awesome at helping women entrepreneurs to really master their money, like just become like a wizard when it comes to your finances. I feel like everybody could use this, everybody could improve this. So both in your business world and in your personal life. So imagine if you just felt like, I am so dialed in when it comes to my money. I know what's coming in. I know what's going out. I know how to pay taxes. I know how to build wealth in my life. I know how to set myself up for success. Then definitely friend request Kelly Gushu and see if she's got some time for you, because I feel like all of us could use someone like her in our corner. So one thing I'm demonstrating right now is also just build your network. Like your network is your net worth. So the more people you connect with that we can all grow together, like stand shoulder to shoulder, grow together, the more we're going to be able to help each other out. Like my vision is I'm now creating an incredible powerhouse community. So I have my powerhouse retreat. So for example, I've got Powerhouse California coming up. Some of you are coming. Some of you heard me talk about it. You know, I had an incredible time at Powerhouse Florida. I decided to recreate that in California. So we're doing Powerhouse California. The 2-day retreat is happening on June 24th and 25th, Rancho Santa Fe, about 30 minutes from San Diego. And around those 2 days, which are an intensive training in this beautiful mansion, it's gonna be gorgeous. We're doing 6 weeks of group coaching via Zoom with an intimate group. So if you've ever been interested in working with me and working with my team and really getting clear on your marketing messaging, your copywriting and content creation, so thinking about your platforms that you have out there and your words and messaging, this is like totally my jam. I will help you to really define that in your world so that your words and messaging, your marketing is really landing with your ideal clients, so you have people lining up to talk to you. And I'm going to help you with your sales conversations, like in a way that's not salesy, not pushy. It's very heart-centered, and it's more of a there's those air quotes again. I'm telling you, it's like ingrained in me. I call it a make a difference conversation versus a sales conversation. So I help you with really learning how to walk through the resistance with someone. And so just if these are areas that you're just like, gosh, if I could just get these pieces dialed in, that would fill the gaps of the things that I am not feeling confident around. And we still have some spots available. So definitely check it out, powerhousecalifornia.com, or reach out to myself or someone on my team. You just reach out to me if you want. And either we can have a conversation or you can talk to somebody on my team and see if it's a fit. And no matter what, my team and I are so committed to helping you. So from that, my vision is I'm building the most incredible powerhouse community. Like, I am so excited about the people I attract. Like, even over the years, the types of clients I attract, first and foremost, they're here to make a difference. Like, their number one thing that they always say is, I just want to help people. I just want to make a difference through what I'm doing, and I want to dedicate my time to that. And then second to that, I would love financial freedom. And so with my powerhouse community, I'm bringing together just incredible, wonderful entrepreneurs. And we meet up 3 times a year, and we have our group. It's an ongoing group coaching program as well. So whether it's myself doing the training or I bring in other experts, like, it's so much fun. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's my vision, and the reason why I'm doing this is that I believe in the power of a community. I believe that when we can bring people together, then we can really help each other out, and we can connect and build relationships and really grow and create new friendships along the way. It's so much fun. Okay, so Lee says, is there a checklist when starting up? I'm a health coach. I'm sure there are checklists, Lee. What would be great is if you and I actually connected and I could at least find out where you are now and what's your vision for this year and give you some initial steps that you can take. So why don't you and I connect? You can private message me, and then we can find a time to do that in the next few days, okay? Yeah, you're welcome, Kelly. I love you people. You're so awesome. Let's see. Lee says, I just started a weekly blog newsletter and doing 2 lives a week. I have my program done, just haven't started asking for discovery calls. Okay, great. So Lee, you get to start having discovery calls. I call them make a difference calls. Instead of thinking of them as like sales calls where I have to, put this pressure on myself, think of it as I get to start a bunch of really great conversations and really find out about what people want, and do you believe that what you offer can help them? And if so, make a recommendation. In the offer part of the formula that I'll be teaching in a few weeks, so create, connect, offer, I'm going to be going deep into really how to make an offer that is heart-centered, that really lands with your ideal clients, and how to have a higher conversion rate with that. So we will be getting into that. Awesome. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back on Monday, or for those of you watching the replay or the recording, then just know that will actually be day 5 in our May Marketing Bootcamp. And I cannot wait to see who decides that they're going to take on the stretch challenge. Please tag me in it. I want to see your videos. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear about your whys. I want to hear about your vision. I want you to hear if you're committed, committed or not committed. That's what it comes down to, is this mindset piece. And then as we move forward in the May Marketing Bootcamp, we're going to go right into create and go deep on that. I'm giving you my best stuff. So my request is that if this has been helpful for you, just go ahead and take a second, click on the share button and put a personal note. So you're not just sharing it, because then people are like, I don't even know what this is. You put a personal note for the people you're connected with. And just say, hey, I just listened to this Facebook Live. It's a marketing bootcamp with Amy Yamada. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're wanting breakthrough in your marketing, I hope this helps, so that together we can make a bigger difference. So go ahead and click on the share button. And if you are wanting to be considered for Powerhouse California, then do click on powerhousecalifornia.com, check it out, fill out the application, and we will chat. And just know that my team and I, we are not pushy. We are just here to help you no matter what, whether it is the right next step for you or not. So send you all much love, and I will see you online, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a great day, everyone. Oops. Talk to you soon. Bye.